and welcome to EME Train. This is a show where we dive into the world of entrepreneurship, exploring stories, challenges, successes of entrepreneurs who are making it in their industry. My name is Aisha Wellington and I am your host for today. Before we go into any other thing, I want you to follow us on all our social media platforms on Entrepreneurs Success Network. Entrepreneurs Success Network, all our social media platforms, we are there. And also I would like to acknowledge our sponsors. They have supported us in every way, so I want to say a very big thank you to the Star Engineering Consult, Glades Galleria, Photoprop Studios, Catcase Georgina Cranchua Memorial Fashion School, Bellas Occurrence, Collins Artistry, Salem Photography, Scrammy Juice, and Finest Events and Coordination. I have an entrepreneur with us today, and I'm really excited to go into an entrepreneurial journey. But before, let's go for a quick break. We'll be right back. Welcome back to EME Train. Today we have an exceptional entrepreneur in our studio today. She's going to share her story with us, her highs and lows, and everything in between. She's the CEO of Beck's Cleaning Services, and she's no other than Rebecca Duku. Amwa. You see, I'm mentioning your name.
It's quite long.
Yes, it's quite long, and I just don't want to mention it wrong. Rebecca Duku Amwa.
Yes, please.
Duku, no, is it your middle name or is your father's name?
No, it's my middle name.
It's
actually, yeah, who I was named after.
Oh, you know we have this headgear called Duku. So
yeah, definitely.
It's really great having you in the studio today. And I know you're doing marvelous work. Your passion, your hard work. Just tell me how you started Beck's Cleaning Service. What really inspired you to go into this cleaning service?
Well, thank you for having me on your show. As you said earlier on, my name is Rebecca Duku Amwa, the CEO of Beck's Cleaning Services. So starting this business, I actually I'm passionate about cleaning. Okay, so I had quite a number of friends that were into this real estate businesses where they sell properties to people and would go and then clean the properties. So I normally go with them, and then I was like, why don't I, in as much as to generate an income from it, why don't I get into this cleaning business and then see how it goes? So that is how I started this cleaning services.
But before you go into that, what did you study in school?
Public administration and management studies.
And you decided to go into cleaning service.
Yeah.
Like, what really motivated you to do that?
Do I really know? Being passionate about cleaning, I decided to venture into that business and see.
I can imagine the way you clean your house. you ensure that there shouldn't be a dirt here.
There's no
this
stain,
one shouldn't be here. It's supposed to be here. I wish I could be in your house to see the way you arrange your things in the house, because you are a clean freak. Well,
yeah.
But did you just go in because of maybe it's lucrative, there's money in it, and is it not because of the money aspect?
It was along the journey that I realized I could actually make a lot of money from that business. Because starting from it, in as much as I needed money, I needed some revenue. I think I started very little, and then through the journey and all that, I got to learn a lot of things, and I'm still learning a lot of things. So I think I just entered into that business because of how passionate I felt. Like, if I should clean for free for someone, why don't I clean as well and make an
In
income.
fact, I'll
you know.
let you come and clean for me for free because
I'll
you have
do
rendered
so.
that service. Yeah, so
I'll
tell
do
me,
so.
I know every business or every service comes with a challenge. Can you share some of the challenges that you have faced and how you overcame them?
The challenge I faced and I'm still facing actually is being able to have reliable staff.
Okay.
You know, you put in so much into branding, you know, some staffs, and then at the point, you know, people come up with so much excuse. This work is quite tedious. So when somebody comes in to work with you and then this person come a few times and realize there's so much energy needed for this job, they end up, you know, there's a lot. It is, you don't, when I don't know if I'm putting things right, but you are not able to have a reliable worker. It becomes personal. It becomes a challenge. So, and then this is not something that can be solved, you know, like at once. We keep learning and then we keep trying to solve these problems, you know, by having people that can be reliable. You know, people do change, so we keep changing our techniques and how to handle these kind of people. Yeah.
So what actually make them come? I think you said you have that is your major challenge, personnel challenge. Is it that they just come and then they steal some skill or technique from you and then they decide to go and establish something on their own?
You know,
or how is it like? Is that the challenge you face?
It's quite a challenge because most people, when most workers come in to go on the field with you, and they realize, especially these people that eardrops, eardrops, I don't know if I'm using the correct word, eavesdrop, when you are speaking with your clients, you know, they realize like, oh, she's making such an income and then she's giving me just a peanut of, that's how she's giving me just an amount of this money and all that. And then, you know, some people end up thinking it is just going to sweep and clean, but it really entails a lot. So yes, some personnels come just to, you know, acquire some knowledge and then they go off trying to build something on their own. So without even telling you, maybe they want a replacement or something, and they just leave you hanging. So that is also why it's.
So how do you manage your team, knowing that this is the challenge that you face? How do you manage them?
I prioritize communication, you know, and then in as much as I do that, people are still going to make that a problem. So I call it the plan B, you know, having excess, having more people behind you that you can just put in, you can fix them in whenever someone fails you. So yeah, it's just having an excess, you know, somebody to.
It's really an interesting discussion. We'll go for a quick break. When we come back, we'll come and talk about the competitiveness of the industry. So please stay with us, and before you go, kindly follow us on all our social media platforms at Entrepreneurs Success Network, and you see all our videos, everything about our show there. So please subscribe. We'll be right back. Stay tuned. Welcome back to EME Train, and we are still on the entrepreneurial journey of Rebecca and her business. So Rebecca, before we went, I said I want us to talk about the competitiveness of this industry. There are a lot of people who are doing cleaning service, and what strategies have you put in place to match up or be ahead of your competitors?
I would say our eco-friendly practices, and paying attention to detailed, understanding the kind of services the client is expecting from you. I think so far that is what we've put in place to the word is not coming, like to be different, to be unique aside from other people that are in the same business.
In the same business.
Yes, as
Great.
we are.
So what plans have you put in place for growth for your business? And before that, I want to ask something. I know that there are a lot of people in the industry that are amateur. They come and they do shallow, because I've experienced something of that sort before. I had to get someone to come and fix something for me, and then the person had to do it, and then I said today he would do this, and then to generate another problem and all that. How do you manage stuff like that when you meet a client? Maybe the person had such an experience. How do you handle such a client?
It is just to provide the services to the client's satisfaction. As you said, in order not to provide a shallow job done, it is as I said earlier on, it is not just about the sweeping and the cleaning. It is like you learning a subject. You have to pay attention to the details. You have to pay attention to what you really have to do on the particular field that you are going to clean.
Yes.
As in every spot, you have to paying attention to every spot. It is just to provide to do the job to the client's satisfaction. Yeah, that is what is.
So I want to know your business. Maybe I might have to come for you to employ me in a way.
Thank you.
So how often do you get clients? Is it a daily basis? Is it a weekly basis, or is it a monthly basis? Is it contract based?
Okay, so on our business, all that you mentioned is included.
Okay.
Yeah, so it is getting the client and the contract and all that. It's mostly depends on referrals, recommendations, and all that. That is how come we have to provide a good job done to the client's satisfaction, because running this business, else you get tired, trying to get in touch with people, networking and all that. So getting clients on board, I tell myself sometimes it is seasons. People would actually want this cleaning services occasionally, especially this busy career people, and it's going to be occasionally festive seasons and all that, after events and all that. So hopefully we get the clients occasionally and all that. There are seasons, I would say.
Okay, so I want you to tell me what really, maybe let's say a client or maybe a contract, someone asked you to do something and then you did it to make you, is it just the passion, or someone asked you to do something, you did it and you realized that, hey, I do me and will feel like why can't I have done it, and the person is satisfied? Have you gotten an encounter that made you really say, I want to really do this, put my certificate down and do this as a career or as a business?
Yeah. I think when I made up my mind to get into this cleaning business, after I escorted a friend to a normal property to clean, the way they praised me and all that, I was like, why don't I give it a shot? So my first client that I provided the services to, she was so happy about the job. I think it's around the Ebri Road. She was my first ever client. So I was contemplating whether to do this business or not, but immediately I did the job for her, and the way the praises came and all that, and then she actually referred me to someone else. So I was like, why don't I get into this and then try my best to make it work.
So recommendations are really key when it comes to businesses, and when you're doing things, you need to do it with quality so that you would be able to get the references that you need. I want also to, I think my last question, or last but one, let's say my last question is, what advice would you give to people or young people who are coming or want to do a business like your business, the cleaning business? What advice do you have for them?
I would say they should focus on quality services and then build strong relationships with their staffs and clients, and also try to be adaptable. You know, it's going on in this journey. It is always, you would always have to learn something new. You would always have to learn something new. So it is mainly focusing on the quality service, because that is where you build the relationship between your clients as well. So they should just focus on providing a quality service, and it would do them good.
So provide quality service. That is what Becky said. So please, all these entrepreneurs, the upcoming ones and the ones already in the industry, please, quality is key when you are rendering a business. So please keep it up, and I believe that that would take your business to the next level. Let's go for a quick break. We'll be right back. Welcome back to EME Train. We are here with Becky, the CEO of Beck's Cleaning Service. She's sharing her story on her entrepreneurial journey. So Becky, before we went on the break, I wanted to find out from you about your competition and what you're doing. But before we go into that, tell me about your major breakthrough.
Okay, that was when I provided cleaning services to a client. That was my first ever job to do after I said to myself I was going into this business. So after providing the services, the client was appreciated what the services that I provided. It made her very happy, the praises and all that, and actually referred me to a different person. And I thought, so why not put in much effort to make this work? So I think that was my ever first breakthrough.
Okay. So, you know, this industry, this cleaning service has a lot of competition. So what are you putting in place to make, or what have you put in place to make your brand unique?
Our eco-friendly practices and attention to detail. You know, most people would provide the shallow work and all that, but I try to pay attention to every detail and every detail that the client proposes, anything that the client's satisfaction. I think that is what sets our business aside.
Okay, so what plan have you put in place or strategies you've put in place to build your brand, to expand your business?
We plan to expand the business through strategic partnerships.
Okay.
You know, partnering with other people. And then also through online marketing, where we could advertise and reach a broader audience. Yeah, so that is what we've put in place so far.
Okay, and I want to find out from you, in this industry, what lesson have you learned so far?
Effective communication and also quality services provided. That is what I've learned so far through my journey. Yeah, providing quality services to the client's satisfaction. I think that is key.
But has anyone criticized your work before that has made you?
Oh yes, it's put me on my toes. You know, a time where, especially concerning this, would put us back to the challenges on the staffs. You know, sometimes you wouldn't be on the field with the staff; they would have to go. You know, you put someone in charge to do all that, and then at the end, they wouldn't do a good job. And I've had few times that
Personally,
faced
I've
that.
experienced something of that sort before, and it really put me off. And I always say that that person, I will not recommend the person. If I see the person, that the person, I will tell the person that, this guy really performed well, so please don't. Sometimes when you do stuff like that and you trying to recommend someone and the person is not able to deliver, how do you feel? Maybe you let your staff go and the person is not delivering as you expect. How do you feel as a boss?
Very, very bad, because it puts the business on a certain line. As you said, this person wouldn't want to recommend us and all that. So, and then how I solve issues like that, I think, when the client calls to put their grievances on board, I just immediately send a staff, or I go there myself normally to put things in place and then do what was needed. I think that is the only way to make the client satisfied with the job that she did. And then that is where the client understands that the boss herself or himself wasn't on the field, and it was due to the staff. So, next time she or he would provide a good job. So
great.
Yeah.
We would come back and we'll wrap up, but I would ask you something when we get back from the break. So please stay with us. We'll be right back. Welcome back to EME Train. Becky, before we left, I wanted to ask you something. I want to ask you what advice would you give to people in this field, or entrepreneurs who want to venture into the business?
I would advise them to focus on quality services and then build strong relationships with their clients and staffs, and also try to be adaptable, because along the journey you would have to learn a lot. Yes, a lot. You'd have to learn a lot. So I would advise them to focus on quality services, build strong relationship with their clients and staffs, and then also be adaptable.
So Becky says that provide quality services and ensure that you adapt and you learn, because innovation is key. People are coming up with new ideas, so you need to learn. So ensure that you learn. What are your last words?
To
the audience.
To the audience.
Any entrepreneur.
I would add, but my last words will be just to focus. No matter what business you are into, you'd have to focus on the quality of the services or the products you provide, and also effective communications, and that would do. That would do. Building strong relations with your staff and then your clients. That would do.
Where can we locate you? Can you share your social media platform and your contact number?
Okay.
Where anyone, if I want to get such service, where I can locate you?
Okay, we are located at Chomota, but your distance isn't a barrier. Okay, yeah, normally people from far places call and they be like, I'm in Tema, I'm in Nebri and all that, like distance. The distance, as far as you pay us what has been charged, we believe us to provide a good services, we would come. And then you can find us on Instagram at bex_cleaning services, and also on WhatsApp for fast responses on 0542 977 602. Yeah.
Right. So you can get Becky on via the contact details that she has shared with you. So ensure that you patronize her. She has good discounts, right?
Yeah, right.
She has good discounts. She said no matter where you are, even if you are in Tamale,
we would come.
Tamale, she will come. So please patronize her services, and she will do you marvelous work. Before we go, I want to give a shout out to the following sponsors. They have supported us throughout this show. So my first thanks goes to the Star Engineering Consult for providing innovative and expert engineering consultation service. Glades Galleria for enhancing the beauty and confidence of our team with exceptional makeup and hairstyle service. So you see my glowing, it's all from Glades Galleria. Yeah. I also want to thank Photoprop Studios for all the creative ideas that they bring on board for product photography. This is where we are having our shoot. So if you have a product and you want to take a photo of it, there's no other place than Photo Prop Studios. We also want to say a big thank you to Catkins Georgina Cranchoa Memorial Fashion School for your unwavering commitment to empowering individuals through vocational training and entrepreneurial development. We also say thank you to Bellas Occurrence for delivering seamless event management and coordination, ensuring every detail was perfectly executed. Collins Artistry for your extraordinary artistic talent that brought vibrant creativity and uniqueness to our project. We also want to say thank you to Silent Photography for capturing all the priceless photos. So when you see my pictures on social media, it's all from Salem. Right. And I also want to say thank you to Scrummy Juice for keeping our team energized and refreshed with your delightful juice and everything that is healthy. And also a very big thank you to Finest Events and Coordination for your outstanding event planning expertise, ensuring smooth operation and unforgettable experience. Thank you all for watching EME Train. Kindly subscribe to all our social media channels. Follow us at Entrepreneur Success Network, and you see every video, photo updates, everything will be shared there. So subscribe, follow us, and stay tuned. So I've been your host, Aisha Wellington. Join us next time on the same channel. Bye.